Hey, what's up, YouTube? It is Matt on behalf of OddsJam, and this video will just be a preview of the Chiefs versus the Bills. If you ask me, this isn't the most profound statement in the world, but this is the game of the divisional weekend. They gave it this Sunday night, 6:30 Eastern time. It's got the highest over/under. It's got just two of the most exciting quarterbacks in Mahomes and Josh Allen. These two teams met in the AFC Championship game last year. These are probably the two best teams in the AFC that unfortunately have to meet a game early because those pesky Titans got the 1 seed. But this game's going to be awesome. And before I get started, I mentioned this at the top of every video recently. It's incredibly important to sign up for every sportsbook that you can in the state that you're in. So all the sportsbooks that you see here, these are all the ones that are legal in Virginia. I made sure to sign up for every single one. And, if you're using a tool like OddsJam, you're doing yourself a disservice if you're not signed up for every sportsbook out there. Even if you're not signed up for OddsJam, you're doing yourself a disservice if you're not using every sportsbook out there. It's just the easiest way to consistently make money betting on sports. And take this game, for example. So the OddsJam Perfect line has the Bills money line at plus 113. It has the Chiefs at minus 127. So 2 days ago, if you follow me on Twitter, you saw that I posted a play. I took the Chiefs money line at plus 100 on PointsBet. That's already gone down to minus 131. So PointsBet was the only sportsbook that had those good odds on the Chiefs money line when I got them. Obviously, that bet's going to beat closing line. It's going to generate positive closing line value. It doesn't mean that the Chiefs are going to win, but it does mean that if you do that consistently enough, you're going to profit. So if you ask me, yeah, I think the Chiefs are going to win. If I hadn't already taken them at plus 100, they're my McSlam. I think the Chiefs are going to win. I think that the Bills are the new hotness because of how they just dominated the Patriots last week. Sorry, JoJo wants to say hi. She loves the Chiefs. She thinks they're going to win. But like I said, the Bills just dominated the Patriots. They scored 7 straight touchdowns. Just ridiculous. Chiefs pretty much did the same thing against the Steelers. So I think that the Chiefs, they started off the season really slow. They got just crushed by the Bills. They had some really, really bad losses. They got crushed by Tennessee, but since then they've really put it together. And I'm just healthy offensive line. I'm betting on the Chiefs. So they're going to be my McSlam, my $100 play. Like I said, I've already bet on them plus 100 at PointsBet. They're still positive value at minus 125 on a bunch of different sports books. They're my bet for this game, the McSlam. There's also, because the game is as high scoring as it is, there's going to be a ton of value on player props. So I'm definitely going to make sure to check those out. And then obviously at the end, check the positive EV page to see what I missed. So let's go to the point spread. So the Chiefs are currently, looks like about 1.5 to 2.5 point favorites, depending on where you look. It does look like the spread consistently has value on the Chiefs. So there's about 5 points, Chiefs -1, just a couple points at -1.5, a couple points at -2, 1 point at -2.5, and then it really starts to value the Bills once you get over that 3 mark. So since I already took the Chiefs money line, I'm not going to touch the spread. I'm just going to leave it as is, and I'm just going to go to the total. As of right now, without looking, I haven't checked the total yet with where the value is. I'm guessing the value is going to be towards the over. Like I said, these offenses just absolutely incredibly powerful. So lo and behold, the right where there starts being a line for the OddsJam Perfect line values the over. 23 points at 51.5, 18 points at 52, 22 points at 52.5, 18 points at 53, 13 at 53.5, 9 at 54, 8 at 54.5, another 10 at 55, on and on, always trending towards the over. So it looks like the biggest difference was probably this 51.5. I don't really love minus 140. Looks like the second biggest difference was the 52.5. Minus 120 I don't hate. So that's actually going to be another McSlam. I'm going to go ahead and put 100 on that. And make sure to lock that in on BetMGM. And while this is logging in, I'll go through a little more of the analysis. But here's the analysis. These offenses are freaking awesome. Andy Reid, trust him in a big game. Josh Allen, I think he's riding the wave after last week. He's the new hotness, and I'm betting on him. So And let's see. So totals. I want to get over 52.5 minus 120. Perfect. $100 bet. Place bet. And we're in. So let's look at the last time these two teams played. Chiefs schedule. So they played earlier this year. Like I said, the Bills kind of crushed them. The game really wasn't close. This was during the Chiefs' cold streak. 38-20, 58 points. Last year, if we look at, let's just look at the Chiefs versus Bills history. The Chiefs have kind of had their number aside from this year. So if we look at the point totals, 58, what's that? 66. Then a couple low-scoring ones. It's really the past two matchups have gone over this total. And in a playoff game like this, where the offenses are going to bring their best, I'm trusting them. Obviously, like I said, that's my McSlam $100 play, along with Chiefs money line is the over. Let's see if there's any value on like some first half plays. So it looks like the Bills have more value on first half money line. 6 points, not great. First half point spread looks like the value there is the Bills. The more points you buy or sell, but I'm not loving anything there. First half total, there might be something here. Wow, the first half total is at 27. It does look like there's some value on over 27 and also under 27. And looks like if you sell a couple points, there's value towards the under. So I'm not going to touch it. I'm going to leave that alone. Just stick with my point or my Chiefs money line and over 52.5 total points. But so when I think about a game like this, my prediction is that these teams are going to come out passing, right? I mean, the Bills, everyone remembers last year when they started a game with 17 straight passes. Whenever the Bills have an important game, they pass the ball a ton. So if we look at Josh Allen's stats, I want to look at his I want to look at just his attempts, not necessarily his completions, because he isn't always the most accurate. So it looks like the OddsJam Perfect line has it priced at 36.5. It does look like there's some positive expected value each way. There's actually more towards the under, but I'm gonna take the over on this one, and it's still positive expected value, so that's okay. And if we look at his stats, so like in the important games, 51 week 1 against Pittsburgh in a loss, 43 when they put up 43 points against Washington, important game against Tennessee, 47. This game was a struggle against Miami. They won by 15, but they really struggled to score most of the game, 42. Only scored 6 points, 47. This game was a blowout, didn't quite hit that. Another game where they got blown out, didn't hit that. Another blowout, didn't hit that. Low scoring, windy game, this doesn't really count. Tampa Bay, 54. Blowout, didn't hit it. The second time they played the Patriots, when they really wanted to win, 47. Blew out the Falcons. Had a pretty bad game, 3 picks, 43% completion percentage. Bad game, only 26 passes. They won by 14. Next week against the Jets, another game that the final score doesn't look to be, is not indicative of how the game went. 45 passing attempts. Last week, maybe if the Patriots were able to do something, he would have had more. But, I mean, he went 21 for 25. He would have had 50 passing attempts if they needed it. They came out passing to start the game. So, Josh Allen over 36.5 passing attempts. I absolutely love. That's going to be my third McSlam. So that's 3 for this game. I'll make sure I lock that in on Caesars as well. And then I also want to check out Mahomes. So his passing attempts I'm not as confident in, because the way the Bills play defense on Mahomes, it's not rocket science. It's 2 safety deep. They welcome the Chiefs to run the ball. The Chiefs did that last year to win the NFC Championship game. But first, let me lock in Josh Allen. So I have $100 McSlam on the Chiefs money line, $100 on the over 52.5, and now I'm putting $100 on Josh Allen over 36.5 passing attempts. And after this, I want to check out Mahomes and make sure this place is good to go. So Mahomes looks like, there's the value is actually towards the under. So they have his at 38.5. No positive expected value there, so I'm going to no touch it. I do want to check out Mahomes' completions, because I could see this being a game where they do everything they can to take away the deep ball. So Mahomes has not necessarily a ton of attempts. They have a lot of maybe rushing attempts and easy completions. So I want to look at his completions. Does look like there's some value there. Wow. So no value on Josh Allen, which makes sense, because He doesn't always have a great completion percentage. If you look at it, 58, 51, 74 is obviously good. 84 last week is good. But majority of his games are towards the lower percentage for an elite quarterback like he is. But Mahomes, looks like the OddsJam Perfect line has him over 25.5 at -129. WinBet has that at -105. So I don't want to quite have 4 McSlams, but this is going to be a mini McSlam. I'll go ahead and put 50 on it. But let me look at Patrick Mahomes' stats just to make sure that that is something that is trending. His completions over 25.5, so 26 or more. Looks like he's hit that 3 straight weeks, and then the weekend he didn't hit that was an absolute blowout against the Steelers. Chargers, he hit that. Another blowout, didn't hit that. 2 blowouts in a row where the offense didn't need to do much, didn't hit. 41 points, just under that. In a game where Aaron Rodgers didn't play, he only had 20. Hit that against the Giants. So more often than not, Mahomes seems to hit this number. So 3 McSlams plus 1 mini McSlam. This is off the McDonald's dollar menu, not the the Big Mac. So player props, Mahomes completions. Oh, it looks like the odds changed on that. So it was listed at. Let's refresh this. See if anything changed. See if it's still positive expected value. So I'm looking at passing completions. So it looks like the perfect line even went higher. That hasn't quite updated to. Looks like it's -115 now, over 25.5. So the odds I'm getting it at went up by 10. The OddsJam Perfect line went up by 6. So it's still positive expected value. Not as much as I thought, but it didn't scare me off. I'm going to go ahead and put 50 on it. Mahomes over 25.5 completions. And looks like we're good to go there. So that's the only player props I wanted to check out was the passing ones. Now I'll leave it up to the positive EV page to see if there's anything that I missed and there's any more. So it looks like there was 10 for this game. First one, Travis Kelce, under 5.5 receptions. It is within market width. Kelsey's had a down year, but I can't trust that one to not hit. Looks like the next one, first half points. So the under, this one looks like I already took this one. Some more positive expected value than I initially expected. I can see it. I mean, I have the game total over. I can see this being a game where the offense has come alive in the second half. I already took this one. Looks like I put 30 on it. I can go ahead and add that to my card since it is positive expected value, and I can see it. Looks like the next one is the over 52. So I picked the over 52.5. So I won't double take it, but it does look like there is some value there. Looks like it's another first half under. Mahomes completions over. I forgot mad that I took this, so I'll go ahead and add this. So glad to know that this was a positive expected value play. I put 50, but the odds changed to 115. That's okay. Next one is, I need to reset. All right, so next one is the 52.5. That's the over I took. Over 53. Mahomes passing touchdowns over 2.5 plus 130. I can see that. I mean, it's Mahomes. Looks like it's just telling me to put 15 on it based on OddsJam Perfect line. I'll go ahead and add that to my card. This is a mini McSlam. You just don't quite want a full meal. And let's see. Let me log in. I'll go ahead and round this up to 20. Mahomes over 2.5 passing touchdowns. Plus 130 on DraftKings. Location confirmed. Good to go there. NFL. Passing props. Passing TDs over 2.5. I put 20 on it. So that is my 4th or 5th play of the game. Obviously, in a game this big, tons of offense, there's going to be a lot of value. Kelce, of course, I'll just start at the bottom. So first half under, again, I already took that one, and another over. So all in all, 4 or 5 different plays. I had Chiefs money line. I had the over 52.5, 2 McSlams. My third McSlam is Josh Allen over passing attempts. My 4th mini McSlam was Mahomes over, completions. And then I had 2 smaller plays. I took Mahomes over 2.5 passing touchdowns. And I took the first half under, it was, let's see, First half under 24.5 plus 35 on DraftKings. So 2 mini plays to end it. And that's it. So that's going to be the plays I have for this Chiefs game. Obviously, I'm very excited for it. I've always loved Andy Reid back to his Philly days. And that's all the analysis I got for you. So, like I mentioned at the top of the show, please make sure to sign up for all the sports books that you can in your state. It's extremely helpful to be a profitable sports bettor. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at my handle below. You can also email me at matthew@oddsjam.com. And other than that, make sure to check out the channel for all the different game previews. Please make sure to subscribe, like all the videos, comment any thoughts you have. And that's all I got for you. So happy betting, happy watching, and good luck.